Hello, hello, hello. Take two. For those of you who don't know me, we've just had some technical issues because my mic doesn't seem to work with YouTube, so I'll sort that out for next time. Hello, I am RozyGlow. For those of you who don't know me, I channel Divine Grace, which is the frequency that allows us, through the power of revelation, those moments of like, oh, I get it, to let go easily of what no longer serves us. So if you like the sound of that, hit the subscribe button. And yes, you can hear me now, which is awesome. We'll stick to the original microphone as it works. We're going to go through a process, little cacao ceremony, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the energies of this moon and what we're really working with as we co-create our reality. I'll mention Star Peace again for those of you who are new to this concept, because I'd love it to spread like wildfire, and you're the people that are going to spread it. And then we're going to go into a co-creation meditation, which is a manifesting meditation, where we basically amplify the frequencies that we want, and we clear up our resistance to having those frequencies in our life, in our day-to-day reality. So it's a process of reverse engineering, and this new moon co-creation meditation is part one to a DNA and soul DNA rewrite. Part two will be the full moon. Now, the full moon meditations I don't do on YouTube. They are by invitation only. You do need to purchase them. They're very, very affordable. But for those of you who are serious about doing work for the collective, work for yourselves, being the example that you channel energy through and therefore support global service. So that's what we're doing. And that will be in 2 weeks' time. So just bear that in mind. If you haven't yet subscribed to RozyGlow, this is your opportunity, please, to go along to my website, rozyglow.com, spelt the same as it is here. Sign up on the homepage to the Star Salutation Prosperity Practice, which is my free gift to you. I have 2 events going on the solstice. One, which will be a VIP day for those of you who really want to kind of maximize a quantum leap energy in one day. And for those of you who just want to do something that is more like a cacao ceremony, there'll be options for that as well. But just join the website if you haven't yet. Thank you, thank you. Those of you who are here, let me know how you are. Good to see you, Jen. Good to see you, Sarah. So we'll start with the cacao blessing, and then while we're drinking, I will do everything I can to stay out of making this a science lesson, because I ain't that good at that, but to drop us into the magic of what is happening right now, because we are creating a whole new reality, my friends, and what we base that reality on is entirely based on whether we follow this or this. Now, don't mistake the idea that when you follow your heart, you divorce yourself from your brain. Okay, that's not what we're doing. We get the brain to entrain with the heart. It's called heart-brain coherence. If the heart entrains with the brain, we basically entrain into sympathetic nervous system response, which is fight, flight, freeze mode. And that is what makes people sick. Okay, whatever the catalyst, whether it's a virus, whether it's something that they prick you with, whether it's something internal, it's always, you're going to be influenced in a negative way if you are in a fight, flight, freeze response, unless you are genuinely in true and immediate danger, in which case that's there for you to get you out of danger quickly. The parasympathetic nervous system response is activated by heart-brain coherence. So when the brain entrains to the heart, and this way we drop into that place that is rest, repair, feed, and breed. It is the safe space within us where we can truly radiate the frequency that makes us invincible. And what we program into the gonad of the cell, which is what we're going to do today, the nucleus of the cell, which is like the testicle of the cell, full of the seed that is going to propagate, is then what we are going to be activating in the cell membrane with the full moon. But this is like the seed of life that we're now going to be working with. Okay, so I hope you're excited by that. Let's get on with doing our little cacao blessing, and then I'll bring you into the information. So if you want to bring your cacao up to your heart, remember, if you don't have cacao, you can always purchase through my website. You can let me know. Ceremonial grade cacao helps us connect to our hearts. So take a moment to close the eyes. Really drop into this space of deep love. Space where all possibilities coexist at the same time. But as we focus on love, we entrain with love. And we activate within us all that is aligned with love. So Mama Cacao, we invite you in to help us with our own epiphanies, to restore balance and harmony wherever we are out of balance in our own body, mind, spirit complex, to reclaim our power wherever we have given it away, to activate the codes of being truly sovereign, self-generating in alignment with source energy. We invite you to help us get our spark back, our joie de vivre, our sense of wonder and positive expectation. And we invite you to gently guide us where we most need to go in our own psyche to hold the shifts that are going to allow our quantum leaps onto the timeline of being conscious co-creators, seeding star peace, feeling invincible, knowing we are designed to thrive and we are safe in our own skin. That nothing has any power over us when we are deeply committed to love, plugged into love. All we know is love. All that is around us is love. So it is and so it shall be. So sending the sound Ma into the earth to activate this intention, into our earth chakras and the crystalline grid, Om into the universe to activate our intention to connect with source energy and be channels of this. And then from our hearts, we send the sound An out into the field to connect with each other on a heart level. So taking a deep breath in. Take a lovely deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bow your head to your heart, smile into your heart, let your heart smile into you, and let that smile beam out into your energy field, into your sphere of compassion, which is the container for all aspects of your being. And with your nose, gently draw a circle in the air in front to open the portal we can each step into. Go both directions. So you draw the circle, you step into it, becomes the sphere that surrounds and protects you with compassion. And then draw the nose down towards the earth and then up towards source so that we are each acupuncture needles of love light, beaming this healing energy, transformative energy through Gaia, through Huna, into this earth, around this earth, to every sentient being that is awakening, awakened, and claiming their power back. Breathe in, exhale, turn the head to the left and release the past. Be willing to be merciful, to forgive all that has caused you pain. Remember, it's not who you are, it's just what you've been through. Inhale, center, and exhale, positive expectation for the future. That expectation of, yes, at last, things are shifting in the direction that we know is right. We feel it's right. We're so happy about this. Then come back to the center, bow your head to your heart again, gently open your eyes, welcome back. Hi. All right. So as we are drinking our cacao, the seeds we're going to plant today, I am safe and supported. I am invincible. I am eternal, infinite joy. And I've got to thank Susanna, my teacher, for that last one, because that is the key. We are joy. That is our birthright. There are more statements that are going to be around us not abandoning, rejecting, or betraying ourselves that we're going to work with in the full moon. Okay, but for now, we are planting into the gonad of the cell, so that the DNA and the RNA can respond to this, and then our physiology responds to, I am safe, I am supported, I am designed to thrive. Like, wow, you go about your day not feeling fearful. Do you know why this is so important? I read something recently, which I've not been able to find the source of. So it's been difficult to quote it, but I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter whether this is made up or not. What matters is that we can align with it. And I know it's not made up, but essentially think of it this way in terms of our vibration. Some of us are very, very concerned about the shifts in technology that are going on in this world, okay, whether they are in our healthcare or whether they are in our telecommunication channels. You know what I'm talking about. There are concerns about the towers, about the frequencies, etc. But here's the beautiful thing. When we are operating from our conditioning, which is from our brain circuitry, we are emitting frequencies into our field, as I said, that put us into a sympathetic nervous system response. We're looking for evidence of, are we safe, are we not? And generally we feel threatened. So our bodies are reacting to that threat. They're not in a state where they can repair, they can thrive. They're just in a state of survival, right? Now, when we are in that energy, we are basically open to attack. All right, we're open to attack of our nervous system, we're open to attack of our whole immune system, our mental health, our emotional health, our physical health, our spiritual health. But when we drop into the heart space and we remember and we claim that love is the only thing that is really there, then what happens is with this, the frequencies that we emit cancel out the frequencies that are coming towards us. It's like an octave apart, and it's a cancellation frequency. That means that whatever's coming at us, we neutralize it and we transmute it. And this is why your sphere of compassion is like your cell membrane, all right? Anything that's coming in, if you have programmed yourself, activated your higher self as we do, it is neutralized before it comes to you. You've anchored your frequencies and you're emitting a frequency that means you cancel out anything that is detrimental to you. And whatever the perceived threat is, that works, right? Whether you're in a financial situation, an emotionally threatening situation, a physically threatening situation. And we all have different beliefs right now about what we feel we need in order to feel safe in this world. So rather than going into who's right and who's wrong, let's just activate those codes in us and trust that what is occurring in the world around us is designed to line up with what we're intending. We just have to do the resistance clearing, okay? So anyone who's got any questions on this, please do let me know. I'm gonna read out a few bits. I've pulled some cards so that this will make sense to you. So let me do this really quickly. So I am safe, I am supported in all ways, and this star piece chapter is rewriting the narrative of our physical and soul DNA. So I'll explain that star piece in a minute. I've asked you to save the date for the solstice weekend, and what I'd love you to do is just to send me an email. If you're interested in what I'm going to be offering on the solstice weekend, there'll be a whole one-day VIP day, and then there'll be a half-day ceremony for those who are interested. Different things that I'm going to be offering. Those of you who want quantum leaps, you're going to want the one-day event. And some of you who have already worked with me, this will be a way to really, really shift beyond the blind spots, okay? But let's move back to this. Just remember to sign up to the Star Salutation. So we're being gifted the opportunity to create lasting foundations for our new Earth reality. And this means, firstly, co-creating a feeling of safety. And that's the absence of a threat. It's basically whether the threat is hidden or obvious in our physical reality and energy field, it's the absence of it. Now, I don't know how you've been feeling, but I don't think I've ever found it as challenging as I have recently to hold my vibration in a higher frequency. We've had Easter, and we've also had the May Day celebrations, okay, Beltane. Now, remember what I've said in previous videos. Whenever we have a traditional time of celebration that has then been overtaken by a religious celebration, or they're both still celebrated, portals open up for really beautiful high frequency energies to come in. But those portals have been hijacked. And this is also when the dark magic comes in and tries to disturb and neutralize the good work. Now, remember, always light is more powerful than anything else. And this says it all. With all the darkness around, the light is in the middle. You beam that out and you cancel out the darkness. But if we forget to do that, we can end up feeling massively disconnected and very low. Not only that, anytime we go through an upgrade, please remember those who are above you energetically that have been supporting your upliftment, they have to detach, go up to their next level, and then invite you there. And in that moment of detachment, it can feel like you're on your own, floating in space, not really knowing what's going on, just discombobulated. So this happens to me, it happens to all of us. And I know that's when we're in the void. We have to trust and tune into what we want. So it is a bit like being in the dark ages right now. You've got to really be disciplined about anchoring that light, anchoring your higher self consciousness. And from that place, moving into being able to pull the frequencies through and transmit them. And that might mean at times not doing world service, but being entirely focused as self-care being your world service. That might mean unplugging from all of the different channels, everything, not going on the march, not doing this, rather than doing it because your energy needs to be strong and centered. And if it isn't, that's the first thing you do. Okay, it's really, really important, because I know a lot of people have been feeling suicidal, like they've lost their joy for life, their desire for life. There's that sense of, is this it? There's a sense of waking up every day with dread. That's why we're going to be planting this eternal infinite joy as our birthright. And, you know, none of that is us. It's just the pollution that's around that is going to be cleared. Crystals that help. My favorite is peacock ore for transmuting poison. This one's a particularly gorgeous piece because it's got pyrite with it as well. But peacock ore is brilliant for transmuting internal and external poisons. I love it, love it, love it. Highly recommend you purchase some. For those of you who are really struggling to sort of discern fact from fiction, or, you know, we're really living in an illusion all around the planet, is things really going on that are so nefarious that it's difficult to accept, because people do not want to believe that things aren't the way they've been taught. It's just too ugly to look at. However, once we see it for what it is, we can then change it. But whilst we're denying it, we can't. That's the issue. So may we each be given the most graceful and easy way to see, right? And if you need help with that, this is Labradorite, and Labradorite is amazing for moving through fourth dimensional frequencies, fourth dimensional consciousness. I'm sure lots of you have been hearing about how important black crystals are at the moment. Shungite, tourmaline, obsidian. There are issues around female gynecology, fertility, and the current therapeutics that are being recommended. And a lot of people are speaking out about that. I particularly want to mention Dr. Christiane Northrup. You really need to look at what she's saying and how she's gone from being one of the most esteemed women's health medics in the world to one of the least esteemed. What's going on there? Because so many people are losing their credibility because of what they're saying. And you've got to ask why. If they were right about all this other stuff, is it possible they could be right about this too? And what does that bring up for you? Because if we can clear the fear, we can take positive, decisive action. So this just helps you to be able to beam a frequency, as with what we do, so that you feel safe and protected. Okay, I'll go on. So we have lived for eons with a disruption in our coding, which was implanted in the time of the fall of Atlantis, whereas we were once genetically encoded with the expectation to thrive. That was our divine birthright. That's paradise on earth, divine human codes. This was tampered with. From what I understand, our dear planet and humanity went through one of its essential stages of evolution, the removal of free will. And we had our soul DNA and later our human DNA coding genetically modified to have the expectation of struggle and lack and a constant threat to fight or to survive from. So you've got to kind of let go of history as you know it and just understand that this is beyond that. This is ancient history. So the new moon isn't until the 11th. It's the 7th today. So we're preempting everything considerably, right? But what we're doing with this is we are basically bringing in the frequencies we want to connect with the new moon ahead of time, because we're kind of going towards the void of the moon now. And the sooner we have it, the faster once it comes in on the 11th, the 12th, like we can just move through. And there's something very powerful happening on the 13th, which is my beloved's birthday. The expansive Jupiter swims into intuitive Pisces, starting a 2-month spiritual journey in which we may be inspired to expand our hearts, revel in fantasy, and dream up our ideal lives. Is there ever a time to rewrite the narrative? So this is the time when we can utilize the energy to seed the new world. If you are passionate about change and you're very well aware, you're awake at the moment of the issues that are concerning us, please be very mindful that words are spells. So when you're talking to people about the problem, always turn that round to the solution. What is the solution going to look like in your eyes? What could it look like? You'll notice these conversations massively uplift you, and you'll want to be around these people and these conversations because they're soul family. When we only focus on the problem, which is a part of our growth, is, oh my God, did you see that? Oh my God, they're doing that. Oh my God, they're doing that. Oh my God, they're doing that. It is part of this, but don't get stuck there, right? All right, what do we want instead? If, you know, so-and-so is trying to curb our freedom and right to protest, I am now living in I'm co-creating a reality, #StarPeace, where we are always allowed to peacefully protest. We are always allowed to object to things that are going on. Every voice is heard. And we know that it is really dangerous to suppress objection, and it's important to listen to it and to work with it and to harmonize frequencies. You get to rewrite the narrative as you want. Just use your social media channels, use your influence to take the focus away from the problem into a solution that is fit for us all. So we can say, I love this world. I'm so glad things have shifted the way they have. My God, did we go through a dodgy moment, but look what we've done as humanity. Look how we have overcome this. Look how we have learn to thrive instead of survive. Got it? So I think I've said enough about the nucleus, etc. It doesn't seem as though the world is safe right now. It's time to do something about it. So we're going to harness the powerful personal growth available with this new moon energy by rewriting our soul and genetic DNA and RNA blueprint. So DNA is within the nucleus, from what I can understand. RNA are the messengers. I can put all of these little links for you to have a little read through, but the chromosomes are within the nucleus, and we always used to think that the nucleus was the brain of the cell, but it's actually the testicle or the gonad. So the brain of the cell is the membrane, and this interfaces with the environment and tells the genes how to express themselves in the DNA on the basis of how safe we are in the world. And this is the whole point. Are we wired to survive or thrive? We're using to thrive. This is what we're doing together. Now, if you do the new moon and full moon together, so you commit to the full moon as well, what we expect as results, okay, because the interesting thing about the cell membrane is it is sugar coated. So we want the truth, but we want it sugar coated so we can easily digest it. So that's what we're going to be working with. How can we lovingly see the truth with the full moon energy? And, you know, what I expect you will be able to see as results is we'll no longer fear an enemy, whether internal or external. And our whole physiology shifts from fight, flight, freeze, self-medicate into rest, repair, feed and breed. So we move into being addicted to oxytocin rather than adrenaline. And so we thrive. We are going to be working with this invincible energy as well. So consider what thriving would look like in any area of your life where at the moment you feel like you're struggling. You can start by writing down, where am I struggling? All right, what would it feel like to thrive in this area? What might it look like? You start to ask the questions, the answers will come. All right, I think that's all I'm going to say there. So let's just see the cards that came. So I picked some cards today. The Heart of the Matter is a Mother Mary card, actually, and it's allowing the old to die. Like, you can almost imagine this cell's on fire to transmute the survival into thriving, okay? And, you know, the conversation is very much about mRNA at the moment and, you know, the effect on our DNA, etc., of external interference. We are internally interfering. We're bringing the God particle back in and we're activating it, okay? And this card relates very much to 2012 and to, I think it was the harmonic concordance. I can't remember, but it was, that was it. It was the end of the Mayan calendar. So this is the path, the start of the age of Aquarius that we're all seeding. The block, what people are really challenged by, is, of course, deprogramming from the mainstream narrative. We're all robots until we have that moment, that light bulb moment where we realize, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And that's what's happening for all of humanity. We are rewriting here Aubergine 1, the divine feminine upheld by the divine masculine. Instead of patriarchy trying to control us, suppress us, see us as a threat, the feminine is upheld. Instead of burnt at the stake, she is revered. She is listened to. She is worked with. Your gender doesn't matter. We all have an inner masculine, feminine, and inner child. So this, see this again? See the connection? The center there? Thriving is a feminine principle. And this leads us to the outcome, which is being the light in the dark, remembering to feed the light. Notice when you are attracted to the darkness, go there and bring it back into the light. That's how we love up our shadow. And if you want to know, these cards, I have them for sale from the UK, so you don't have to purchase them from America. It's $35 shipping fee. If you want to purchase the cards, let me know. The same with crystals. I do crystal grids, so just get in touch. You can send a message here and we will respond. But join my community, RozyGlow.com, through the star salutation, and that is where we will be able to serve you best. All right, I think it's time to get into this co-creation. I forgot to mention joy and citrine very strongly linked. Okay, so I invite you to connect now. Right. So there's one more thing I want to talk about, actually, which is this little device. I'm going to send another message in my mailing list about what this is. But this is amazing for strengthening your energy field and supporting you to embed all of the frequencies we're talking about today. Now, there's a special offer on this until the end of this month. I think it's till the first week of June. And honestly, it is so worth it. I wish every house had one because of what it's taking us into. So if you want to know more, again, get in touch. Seems like a lot of things to talk about. Let's go into our co-creation. So this is for the collective. This is for our own individual growth. This is for us to seed safety in this world, and for each of us to be a catalyst for a shift from addiction to adrenaline to addiction to oxytocin. When you're ready, please rub your hands together. Have a little shake. Bring those hands to your heart center. Take a moment to close your eyes. You can drop your chin. Breathe into your heart space. Welcome all of you. Every part of you is welcome. We're calling into our energy field all aspects of our consciousness, all fragments of our soul to come, to be remembered, to be reconnected to our beingness. Relax your belly muscles completely. As you breathe out, gently pull up your pelvic floor muscles, pull your lower belly muscles in. Feel the strength within you. I am safe, I am supported, I am invincible. And then inhale, relax down. Expand your breath, expand your consciousness. And exhale, pull up the pelvic floor, pull the belly in, like feel this expander. It's the contraction, expansion within you and in the universe. Inhale. Last time, pulling up the pelvic floor, pulling the lower belly in, like holding yourself from the inside, feeling your strength, your power. Good. Now just relax, breathe normally. Relax your pelvic floor. If you're new to spheres of compassion, they are holographic spheres. They're alchemical containers of spheres within spheres, just making the wall of your sphere of compassion around you. So you can expand it as much as you want, or bring it closer to you if you want that. Now please, either lift your hands off your heart, palms face up, or keep them on your heart and repeat after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am divine infinite love. I am divine sacred wisdom. I am divine creative power. I am safe and supported in all ways. I am invincible. I am designed to thrive. I am eternal, infinite joy. I am sovereign. I am invisible, invincible, invulnerable, impermeable, impenetrable, untrackable, and untraceable to anyone or anything of nefarious intent, to anyone or anything that is a threat to my well-being and to my Thrive paradigm. I am aligning with the most graceful and easy ascension timeline. I am co-creating my personal paradise with grace and with ease, in alignment with the win-win-win in everything and the highest good of all. I am that I am. Let your palms relax away from your body. I'm just going to do a very quick cleansing of all the crystals and magical tools, so you can just listen to this. Anything in your space, in your home, your crystal grid, the crystals you're working with, your magical tools. I cleanse these crystals and these magical tools so that we can claim our power fully as beings of love and light, to renew their power. And so that all energy that is of low frequency is taken to where it can be transmuted into the purest vibrations of love and light. So that only the purest vibrations of love and light exist within these crystals and magical tools for the highest good of all, in all dimensions, all space and time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now you are in your creative studio, your beautiful sphere of compassion. We're opening our hearts to divine infinite joy, to infinite eternal joy. And as we open our hearts, we open the crown of the head, we open the pelvic floor in order to receive. Soften the palms of your hands, soften the soles of your feet. What do you need right now? Can you remember moments like photos you're looking at? Your most joyful moments. What are these joyful moments? Let's cultivate the feeling of joy, of pure joy in our hearts, in our lives, in our energy fields. So as the floodgates open, the joy floodgates, receive the frequency of joy. Receive it through the crown of your head. I see it as citrine energy, like the citrine crystal, but you might see it as something else. Just let it flow through you. Down through your pelvic floor, down through your legs, into your earth chakra. Activate, activate, activate our earth chakras. Purify, purify, purify our earth chakras in all dimensions, all space and time. Beautiful. Now you may be seeing the figure of 8 flowing through the infinity sign as you bring frequencies in. The infinity frequency is flowing through all of the chakras to balance and harmonize, like the 2 hemispheres of the brain. So it's like a ribbon that flows left and right, moving all the way through the chakras. Any organ we have that we have 2 of, it floats through the 2 of those. And if one is missing, it works through the energetic imprint of the one that's missing. So just let these flow all the way to the earth, and then send that ribbon of eternal energy all the way down to the heart of Mother Earth, the crystalline core. Whoa, that's it. Now the light of the earth lights up. Remember the first card we looked at? The whole of the earth is in a transmutational fire now. The center of the earth is burning up the frequency of surviving into thriving, into exquisite joy, divine joy, infinite, eternal joy. This is the frequency that the center of the earth's core is spinning to. So you can, even with your hands, just spin if you like, to feel that energy rising. And you'll feel it start to move through your pelvic floor, sacral chakra, solar plexus, woo, heart, throat, third eye, crown, soul chakra, and like, boom, hyperdrive. Whoa, beautiful. So let this joy just beam into your whole sphere. All of the trillions of little spheres that are in the collective wall of the sphere are vibrating to compassionate joy. And as we do this, create a small sphere in front of your face. Let that sphere start to spin. And this is now going to draw from you anything and everything that is in resistance to thriving, to feeling designed to thrive, to divine, eternal, infinite joy, to I am safe and supported. I am invincible. So I'm going to ask you to repeat the command after me, which will help you to clear now into the sphere in front of you. You're going to breathe in. Every time you breathe out, send the resistance into the sphere. And we're releasing this now. Everything that's out of harmony with the I am statements we are embedding will be released now on my command from the cellular, molecular, atomic, and subatomic memory of our waves and particles and quantum field, from our physical, etheric, emotional, mental, and astral bodies in all dimensions and all space and time. And this will continue until completion. So this is happening. You can just breathe. Every time you breathe in, you're gathering the energy to your solar plexus and heart. Every time you breathe out, breathing it into the sphere. And so you can repeat after me to speed this process up. I am commanding all 100 trillion cells of my being vibrate with the frequency of I am safe and supported in all ways. I am designed to thrive. I am divine infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal infinite joy. I am commanding all 100 trillion cells of my being vibrate with the frequency of I am safe and supported in all ways. I am designed to thrive. I am divine infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal infinite joy. Where are you feeling this in your being? I am command all 100 trillion cells of my being vibrate with the frequency of I am safe and supported in all ways. I am designed to thrive. I am divine infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal infinite joy. Beautiful. So just let the antithesis of all of those statements be breathed into the sphere in front of you. It'll probably look like it's become very dark, smoggy, smoky, not very pleasant, maybe like a black hole. Whatever is in that sphere now, we are going to create a blueprint for our original cell, okay? That first cell that was created from the fusion of the egg and the sperm that made us, okay? This is the cell that we are reprogramming in all dimensions, all space and time. So the void in front of you, that black hole, that smog, that whatever, let's bring through our beings now divine infinite love, which is a pure clear flame. I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. Just let that flow down, clearing your whole physical body, restoring all cells to 0 point raw creative energy, anchoring into Earth chakra around the planet, into her heart, back up through you, and from your heart into the sphere in front. And now we energize by spinning this infinite love light. I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. Into that sphere in front of you. So all of that density is becoming pure, clear, bright light. Don't worry if it feels like you're still releasing. It continues to release and transform. So we're planting that coding in. I'm divine infinite love. Now we're going to bring down, I am eternal infinite joy. Bring that down. That was the beautiful citrine frequency, but you might see it as something else. I am divine infinite joy. I am eternal infinite joy even. Flow it through you, into the heart of the earth, back up through you, into the sphere in front of you. So that white or that clear light becomes bright citrine. And now we bring in, I am safe and supported in all ways. Bring these frequencies down. What does feeling safe and supported feel like? How about passionate compassion? How about victory flames? You may be seeing beautiful violet magenta light coming through. You may be seeing a gold stardust with rainbow stardust running through it. Just trust what's coming to you. It's your unique expression. Anchor it into the heart of Gaia. Take it back up from your heart into the sphere. I am invincible. Bringing that frequency through. Emerald green flame. I am sovereign. I am invincible. Feel that flow down into the heart and back into the sphere. I am designed to thrive. What does thriving feel like? Well, to me, that is where we call in the diamond fire, which is a violet flame with a diamond dust that has its own unique intelligence. It reflects the frequencies of the rainbow. What this does is it transmutes anything that isn't in alignment with thriving into 5D frequencies. I am the diamond fire, I am the diamond fire, I am the diamond fire. Flow it through you, around the earth, back up from your heart into the sphere. Now you see these colours playing together, creating their own unique expression for you of I am safe and supported in all ways. I am designed to thrive. I am divine, infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal, infinite joy. That's all there waiting for you. And as it spins, perhaps one colour will show itself more than any other. Just observe. Perhaps you get your own special rainbow frequencies. I'm going to ask you now just to reduce that sphere. Reduce it in your mind's eye so it becomes one single cell. And that single cell in front of you is continuing to spin, receiving all these codes until it becomes still, because the frequencies are embedded. And this is the original cell that was created from the fusion of the egg and the sperm that made you. Beautiful. So imagine the sphere much smaller. And within that sphere is the smaller sphere, which is essentially the nucleus. It's like the center. Within the nucleus are the chromosomes, which are like the sperm, right? That basically that then are the messengers through the DNA and RNA that tell our cells how to function, how to perform. So into the nucleus now, we are writing our new story. We are writing our new coding. Please repeat after me. I am commanding all 100 trillion cells of my being. Cells that are healthy cells, all healthy cells, vibrate to the frequency of I am safe and supported in all ways. I am designed to thrive. I am divine, infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal, infinite joy. Just see that they're written in. I am safe and supported in all ways. I am designed to thrive. I am divine, infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal, infinite joy. This is the truth. The most microscopic fabric of you. Beautiful. This original cell that duplicates and replicates and replicates and replicates and is now the truth of your being, all of the community of cells that are you. We're going to anchor this before we take it in. So I'm commanding an axiotonal alignment, all cells in my being and in my frequency vibrating to I am safe and supported in all ways. I'm designed to thrive. I am divine, infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal, infinite joy. Anchor, lock and seal, recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize for graceful and gentle integration, expression and manifestation. in all dimensions of my being, space and all time. Okay, so now you can reach out as your consciousness. Take that little sphere that you've created, that stem cell, that original cell. Place it. This is the divine part. This is the God particle you're planting into the very center of your heart. And then plant it into your throat. Plant it into your third eye. Plant it into your crown and your soul chakra. I move my hand symbolically. Plant it into your solar plexus. Sacral, root and earth chakra. Plant that one cell. So you're having this axotonal alignment. Wow, that's it. Now see yourself anchored into your earth chakra and your soul chakra. And we call in this new moon Taurian energy to flush through our being, to nourish this seed to grow. So let it flow through. You can imagine that the beautiful moon is just flowing her activation energy through us. Wow, everyone, around the earth, into her heart, and then back up through us and out again. From our hearts, transmitting this frequency into our energy field, our sphere of compassion. Every one of those spheres spinning in the wall of our spheres is now spinning to the frequency of I am safe, I am supported in all ways, I am designed to thrive, I am divine infinite love, I am invincible, I am eternal infinite joy. So your sphere of compassion is the cell membrane that we're going to strengthen with the full moon meditation. For now, it's activated to respond to these statements, to get all of our genetic expression to align with these statements now. Our seed is active and programmed. So I am commanding an axiatonal alignment with I am safe and supported in all ways. I am designed to thrive. I am divine infinite love. I am invincible. I am eternal infinite joy. You anchor this down now through your earth chakra right into the diamond core of Gaia. She's receiving those messages too. This is her truth. Everything that's not aligned with it is blasted away, contained to where it can do no harm. But these are the frequencies of the planets, like a sonic boom that is sending these frequencies out. All of us are being reprogrammed with these frequencies. And I am commanding this process continues until completion. I am also commanding that for each and every one of us who is partaking in this co-creation manifesting meditation, we see immediate results, instant results in the areas of life where we have struggled. We are now seeing the evidence of thriving. We are seeing the evidence of thriving everywhere that we have felt a lack, a despondency, a sense of having to fight. I am the way, I am the truth. I am eternal love. Please repeat after me to anchor this in our physical reality in all dimensions of our being. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align, balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle, integration and full expression in our physical reality and all relevant dimensions of our being in all space and all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And start to breathe that support up your body. Breathe that feeling of being held, being supported. The ground beneath you is solid. The sky above you is solid. It's not falling down. We're all good. We can breathe ourselves back. And as you're bringing yourselves back, I'm just going to remind you that I'd love some feedback as you come back. Let me know how you're doing. These meditations percolate for a good 24 hours. We're all ahead of the new moon, so you'll start to feel this building as energy. So you hit the new moon, you'll really start to feel that quantum leap energy, that being carried through this energy, okay? But remember, if you are interested in my offerings for the solstice weekend, there's going to be a one-day event, VIP event. It really supports those who are already coaches or are in the business world. You are manifestors and you want to become master manifestors. So if these are people that are being called, your heart is calling you to see you're progressing already, you're already doing well, but there are areas where you're stuck. I'm going to take you through the process and the blind spots that are the common ground blind spots that we can overcome together. So in one day, we're going to do what usually takes 4 months of working in a group with people. Okay, so we're going to do some really, really powerful work, some really big shifts, and I'm going to showcase something else then as well. For those of you who would like to take the A road and are more into my yoga tribe and not sort of going so deep, then this is going to be an offering as well. There'll be some kind of cacao blessing and yoga workshop that I'll make sure myself or one of my team actually runs on my behalf. So now's the time to join the RozyGlow tribe. Sign up to the Star Salutation Prosperity Practice. That way I can communicate with you, and that's my gift to you. You'll get lots of other emails from us so we can find out more about what you actually want from our community. But as you're coming back, do let me know how that was for you. Let me know if you've got any messages, anything you'd like to share with our group here. And remember, whenever you actually do partake in this co-creation meditation will be the perfect time. It doesn't have to be the new moon. It can be any time you want to cultivate frequencies of safety, feeling invincible in this ever-changing world. Because if we look outside of us and we wait for external validation, we are eroding our capacity to be sovereign and to thrive. We've really got to look inwards first, anchor that, and then we'll start to see it in the world. So, anyone got anything they'd like to share as you're coming back? Let me know what your experience is. And as you do learn to speak your truth more, you know, it doesn't mean you're going to necessarily be met with approval. I haven't actually mentioned this to anyone yet, but I'm going to talk about it on my MeWe channel. So those of you who want some real honest communication from me, please join me on socials on MeWe. My husband and I got barred from our local pub yesterday because we challenged the person at the door for challenging us to see evidence of our exemption certificates for not wearing a mask. We are both exempt. And actually many people can get exempt without, if you don't know about it, you should look into it. But yeah, it's very, very interesting as we step forward and we act in alignment with our truth. Sometimes it can feel like our favorite toys get taken away, but we are here to go through challenge to get to resolution. So remember, part of the process of co-creating is as you set an intention, you're going to meet resistance. That's your internal resistance that you're programming. And then you're going to be able to transmute that into love, which we've done today, but we're going to do part 2, which is very important, the cell membrane activation, to really activate this with the full moon. And a lot of resistance will have come up between now and then. Sarah saying, beautiful white crystal light didn't want to come back. Good. Well, look, I feel like this is a really good meditation for us to stay anchored in the divine. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I love you all very much. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing this powerful work. If you like this meditation, please share it on your socials. Please invite others to partake. The more of us, the merrier. Please invite others to subscribe. This is how we cultivate a frequency that becomes a baseline, and grace is a really cool baseline. I'm going to leave it there. Very strong visuals and gorgeous colors, rainbow infinity, double helix shape. Yep. And for those of you, blooms of flower pink with gold, good. Those of you who've done the Fearless program with me, you are activating your rainbow codes now as well. All right. So the rainbow codes are what shifts us from our 2-stranded to 12-stranded DNA. So we're all at different stages of this growth. Just know it's happening and embrace it, because if you can feed back to me what's going on for you, I can then integrate more of those frequencies moving forward. But that's really lovely feedback from both of you. So thanks, Sarah, and thanks, Jen. Crystals, cacao, oracle cards, drop me a message, sign up to the website, and then it's easier to communicate. And thank you for sharing the love. Thank you for rewriting the narrative. Thank you for using the power you have for the highest good of all and the win-win-win in everything. Thanks for the likes too. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful weekend. I love you so much. Namaste.